Yeah, Jen, Deanna Menchie says that Norman loved being on the water. She says late Saturday afternoon, she took him to the inlet so that he could go on a solo kayaking trip. According to the police report, Norman's cell phone was last pinged about 2 miles northeast of Berkeley Court and Murrells Inlet on Saturday night. The report also says on December 19th, someone reported seeing Norman in his kayak on the water Saturday near Wicked Tuna in Murrells Inlet. Deanna Menchie says she was in contact with Norman throughout the evening on Saturday, but when she went to pick him up at the dock.
I showed up at 11. He wasn't there. I beat my horn. I yelled for him. Lad wasn't there. Called his phone and it started going to voicemail.
Menchie says she notified authorities immediately and reported him missing on Saturday night. Menchie cautions all who go on the water to always have a light for your vessel and wear a life vest.
Andrew, I was actually just informed by Georgetown County officials that the search has been concluded for tonight, but so many agencies were out here searching for 29-year-old Vladimir Norman. Deputies say he was last heard from at 9:30 last night. Norman said he was going fishing here on the creek side of Murrells Inlet. The U.S. Coast Guard, members of the South Carolina Department of Natural Resources, and Georgetown County Sheriff's Office Marine units have been searching for Norman all day. Officials say he was last seen in a green and blue kayak wearing a tie-dye shirt. Now, the search will continue tomorrow morning. Now, if you have any information that can help in the search, you're asked to call the U.S. Coast Guard Charleston Command Center.
Jennifer, Ronald Dobbins' lawsuit says correctional officers need to be better trained. He says what happened to him back in June here at the jail has forever changed his life. 54-year-old Ronald Dobbins says he now uses a cane to help him walk, and he takes 2 blood pressure pills a day.
My neck and stuff still hurt, you know. If I get up and stand up too fast, I get dizzy.
He says he was in jail back in June for driving under suspension when he was tased. He says he was tased as he was trying to get the attention of correctional officers to put his cellmate's soiled jumpsuit in the laundry cart.
I've never been tased before and hope to never get tased again, but I mean, you cannot. That's the hardest I've ever strained in my life. You could lock up every muscle. I couldn't even move my arms.
Dobbins showed me a grievance he filed with the Darlington County Detention Center after he was tased.
I kept asking when I was in there that I wanted to see a sheriff because I wanted to press charges because I didn't want this to go away.
An investigation led to state police charging LaJune Davis with assault and battery 3rd degree. Her arrest warrant says Davis displayed an unreasonable and unjustified use of force when deploying her taser on the victim, who showed no threat to Davis or other staff. Dobbins is now suing the jail, sheriff's office, which oversees the detention center, Darlington County, and Davis. The suit says the detention center failed to properly train and supervise employees and failed to protect Dobbins from abuse.
All my civil rights were violated.
Dobbins says his lawyer has asked SLED to allow them to see the video of Dobbins being tased. He says SLED says the only way that he can see that video is that he has to agree to not allow anyone else to see it, including the media.
Yeah, Jen, when you stop by the Myrtle Beach Chamber of Commerce, it's not uncommon to hear them put a positive spin on the Myrtle Beach tourism economy. This year, however, there was no real need for it. The numbers did the talking, and they showed that the 2021 tourism industry year was record-breaking.
I would call it a roller coaster, honestly.
Anything is better than 2020, but what tourism stakeholders got in 2021 was back to business as usual, and then some.
If anyone had said we'd have the kind of year that we actually ended up having, I would have said, no way, that's not going to happen.
New numbers from analytics firm CoStar Group paint the picture of a bounce back and lapping of the tourism numbers seen in 2019. Among top tourism markets, Myrtle Beach was one of 2 that saw profits in annual revenue per available room, a roughly 20% increase compared to the national numbers in the red.
The fact that we did so much better than almost every other destination in the U.S. is just remarkable.
Chamber of Commerce CEO Karen Reardon says the headwinds have still come in strong, even with a booming tourism turnout.
We were hamstrung all year with workforce. We first started getting the calls in late February that, oh my gosh, we're having a hard time hiring people.
That's leveled off some. The state reports more than 8,000 locals are working again compared to this time last year. Still, job openings in the county have doubled from this time in 2020.
I think workforces in this labor shortage is something that we're going to contend with again in 22.
And while we enter the slow season, Reardon is reflecting on the year that was. A record-breaking July and occupancy at one point hitting 92%, and new national interest in travel sites, calling Myrtle Beach a holiday destination.
So we will have a new benchmark, and it will be 2021.
And Reardon says more clear visitor numbers will be totaled and brought to light in the spring of next year. She also says in the meantime they plan to keep a close eye on and lobby for the restoration of the worker visa program here, bringing in workers from abroad. This area relies on that heavily over the summertime, and last year they were seriously lacking with little to no workers coming in here on visa.